Shalom, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodesh. This is Brother Baruch.
Если это решение будет принято, это будет означать не что иное, как прямое участие стран НАТО, Соединенных Штатов, европейских стран в войне на Украине. Это их прямое участие. И это уже, конечно, существенным образом меняет саму суть, саму природу конфликта. Это будет означать, что страны НАТО, США, европейские страны воюют с Россией. Если это решение
Hey, brother Selah. Speaking of that, find that verse about the scripture about the 100 million nukes. You have that scripture, and you see that next verse. It says, and thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that had sat on them, having breastplates of fire. I mean, what has breastplates of fire? And not only that, but the scripture does talk about it. I believe it's 10 to a city, roughly paraphrasing, 10 to a city or 2 to a city and 10 to a field, something along the lines of that. What's going to cause that much destruction? Um, that's going to wipe out most people. That's only going to leave that many people, alive. That's either a plague or nuclear fire. So the nuclear missiles. Yeah. And when you're and back then these prophets were seeing when they would see bunkers, they didn't have a name for them back then. They didn't call them bunkers. So what they would call them, clefts of the rocks. They'd call them caves. And that's what they were seeing them as in the vision. So I believe the book of Daniel also speaks about how, people will flee to the caves in those times, meaning, you they will flee into their bunkers, but they won't be able to survive. Esau, Edom. And it also, hey brother, it also goes back to the caveman, because Esau, he was a caveman, uh, and nothing's new under the sun. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey brother Shayla, I guess that verse about the first woe, and the second woe, cometh, but the third woe, has to. I'm roughly paraphrasing here, Salakio, but uh, and what is that verse referring to? Let's pull that up quick. I can see your screen, brother. It says the second woe was past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Hey, Salaki, I said that wrong before, but basically, the First World War, the Second World War, these inconveniences um will happen, but like society rebuilt itself from that, you can say. But the Third World War, no, that's when that comes, man. Well, that's the time of judgment. Once that one, and I heard a couple brothers saying this, how once Esau sends his troops out for war, there is no coming back. Once you're out for in the army, once you're out for war, you're not coming back. You're either gonna end up coming back either in a casket, or you're gonna get stuck over there in whatever land they send you. So once that this is the final woe, the third woe, the third world war. And I'll say this, brother: anybody that has a problem with exposing wickedness, yeah, you got to get out of here, because this is our job to expose this wickedness without other people realizing wicked things. People are going to stay asleep. You know, and these past couple years, ever since the year 2020, a lot of people and brothers, are finding out, uh, you they're Israelites, because we've been exposing. Okay, we've been exposing Esau. We've been exposing, these wicked things people are doing, and that's the way you have to be. You can't really be nice when you're exposing wickedness. You have to show people really what's happening behind the scenes. These things are gonna happen. I'll say this too, like it's gonna be an easy thing to talk about it, but when you're really there, it's gonna be a different change, and everything's gonna it's gonna feel different. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, okay, well, this shit's actually happening. Like, this is not some shit they just show in the movies. And why do you think all these movies talk about that? And times, well, they're not just putting them there for no reason. If this shit wasn't gonna happen, they're getting you ready. They're getting people programmed to they're getting people programmed to get ready for situations like this, the collapse of the society. Yeah, yeah, I believe they call it like what's that, karmic retribution? Is that what they call it? I don't know. A lot of people. and this next Exodus, this second Exodus is going to be the biggest one. It's going to be bigger than the first, the biggest one we ever seen. So and another thing is, this is just something that brought to my mind in the spirit. Many people are not going to have like, like in when this next Exodus happened. You know how in the first Exodus people were like, like walking away. You know what I'm saying? They were having doubts. Um, many people are gonna fall out of this truth when shit gets bad. So yeah, yeah, absolutely. Uh, Hey, we're speaking about Babylon the Great. We're seeing in America. We're seeing. What's the country where all these people don't give a shit, like they're killing people. That we have people coming there acting like complete whores. What else? This is a place full of sin. All the other countries around the world, okay, they look at America as an idol. They follow what Americans do, and they corrupt the minds of other people. That's a careless. That's a careless. That is careless. And what does the scripture say about careless daughters? You have the scripture on that. Rise up, you women at our ease. Let's stick to this. Let's stick to this. Yeah, yeah. Get that one right after. You good? You good? You seeing prices, inflation, and and that's excluding all the natural disasters. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is gonna bring forth to judge this place as well. You know what I'm saying? If the nukes don't kill you, a tsunami will kill you or something. Earthquake will kill you. Something will fall on top of your head. Yep. Yep. And and they're not going to be able to live in their bunkers forever. Hey, because it's so some of these bunkers too are meant for the elect. You know what I'm saying? Because they might be used for elect for a temporary period of time. And brother, I don't want to go off topic, but I want to send you a video you gotta play because this video is very important. They they they, they are literally showing you this in your face. I
As you
want
surf the internet, as you watch videos or check your social feed, the algorithms will be monitoring. The algorithm tracks your eye movements, your blood pressure, your brain activity, and tells you who you are. Now
to
imagine the
pause that
situation
right there.
in
So we see the devil, and in the scripture, it talks about this devil knowing, performing miracles. Um, and basically, how is he going to perform miracles? He's going to know everything about you through this AI technology. He's going to be able to figure out what exactly you like, what you said on Facebook 11 years ago. He's going to know everything about you, and people are going to believe it's like some sort of god because they're going to use these computers, quantum computers and AI algorithms to know everything about everybody, and the same way Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai knows everything about us. Esau's going to try to replicate the same thing, have a computer that knows everything about everything about you, and that's why in the scriptures it said, you know the beast is going to perform things that could possibly even deceive the elect, meaning that there might be some things that he might use to trick us. So we have to walk very circumspectly. We have to make sure we're paying attention to every move. You have to get off these social media. Stop telling people everything about your life. Stop when you're listening to the phone. Don't speak next to the phone because your phone's listening to you. It knows everything about you. Okay, it's gonna show you. It'll show you ads. You'll talk about something on the phone. It'll show you ads on what you want to hear. A couple minutes later, it'll show you ads on what you were talking about. Salakia. Basically, it's telling you. It's just listening to you. Um, and so you have to be very, very, very mindful about what you say online because you might not think it's paying attention to you, but everything these people do, they take every single piece of information and data and will use it against you. And they're going to use the same technology to deceive a lot of people. Wow. Yep. That's it right there. There's so many times, man, when I'm saying something and and bro, I remember one of the brothers from Grand Millstone. They were talking about how these cars will literally know things about like when you had sex and stuff like that, like like a car. Like, why does a car need to know this stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like 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 this is this is crazy. So it takes all the information that you talk about. They use everything. You have to pray. You have to pray for discernment. Yeah. All right. So you want to continue reading, brother? Yep. And why would you leave if that land was supposed to be chosen for you? And them curses are reversing, man. And we're seeing it. We're seeing it happen with their men and their women. That that's topic for another time. But we're seeing everything unfold, man. And in the scripture, they were putting, you saw that one video from one of the brothers. They were putting a time on Yahweh. They're putting it. I can't remember which verse it was, but they were saying, um, I believe they were saying like something about 5 days. You remember what I'm talking about? Yeah, yeah. You don't put a timestamp on Yahweh Boss from Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people want to say there were some people saying like I saw this one guy and he was like, yeah, man, he's like the end of the world is gonna be on September 28th. this exact day. I'm like, bro, like, what are you talking about? Like, 2027, like, like, how do you know? You know what I'm saying? Like, yep, no man know it. Yep. And also, yeah, Slovakia, not to cut you off, brother. But when a nuke hits, it can cause an earthquake, right? So, and you have that verse where it speaks about nobody will want to inhabit and I'm roughly paraphrasing, but I'm pretty sure the scriptures talked about how no one's gonna want to come live in America after that. Like no one's gonna be able to. And if you know what I'm saying. So let's just say this, right? If America didn't get nuked, right? Why would nobody want to be able to? The only reason nobody would want to live there if it had nuclear fallout. If you know what I'm saying, nuclear fallout would be the only reason because an area where there's nuclear fallout, uh, the crops, nothing grows there. Everything's all messed up. You got animals with growing three heads. You know what I'm saying? So like, I can't, I have it somewhere, but I don't want to go looking for it right now. I should have had it pulled up, brother. Luck you. Oh, brother. Saki, I keep reading. I got this verse by the Spirit. Call all Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. I, yeah, I don't know how I found it, man, but something in the Spirit told me, look this exact word up. I looked up this word, inhabit, and that's what I found. It says, okay, so I'm gonna read the book of Isaiah 13. Okay, yes, at the very end of it. So verse 19 at the end. Let me let me read it. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency, shall be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited. Okay, and what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah? It basically what happened. It basically got nuked. They got balls of fire. Destroyed it. Right. So what's going to be the modern day ball of fire? Right. We're speaking of nukes. Right. Yes, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, if he wanted to, he could, he can cast down balls of fire. But, like ultimately, I believe that nukes are going to just destroy this place, and it's not going to be inhabited. Why? Because of nuclear fallout. Okay, and and not only that, brother, but it's a spirit of heaviness in this place, man. Like you be seeing the sky, everything looks gray. Like you're like, what the f, man? Like, there's no way it looks like this. It literally looks gray, like outside. Like there was one day I was like, damn, this shit's gray. This shit's dull. Like, what am I looking at? Hey, when we get to the kingdom, man, we gonna forget it. We forget about like it was like a night bad dream or something. We ain't gonna remember that shit. Man, fuck this place, bro. Fuck this place, brother. Yeah, because low key, man, I'm tired of these fucking people here. Okay, I'm tired of this fucking everything being expensive. We tired of this shit. We don't want you. We don't. We don't like this place anymore. The place got to go. Even the people with money, even the people with money are not happy. Everything this place promises you, they get it, and they're still not happy. Why? Because this place it doesn't promise you shit. There's no such thing as American dream. They don't promise you shit. The people that are so-called happy that are showing on their Instagram, oh, they're fucking lying to you. They're lying to themselves. They're not happy. Nobody's happy in this fucking place. And I also said it is better to go to the house of mourning than the house of feasting, because yeah, while the prophets are telling people what's going to happen, the people that don't want to listen, they're out here partying, they're out here doing all sorts of bullshit, and we know what's going to happen. But once shit hits the fan, they're going to be it's going to be the worst for them because we told them, man, we told these people. Yep. Yeah. I think it just got lost in translation, but yeah. We're, Yep. This place is through, man. And I saw this movie. It was like I forgot what it was called, but man, it we're gonna have to do a video on this. But it was there were it was like an end of the world movie, and it had like that one guy. What's that guy that made Family Guy? What's his name? Like yeah, yeah, yeah. And it had a couple other people. Jonah Hill, I think. And like the dude turned into a demon, and like they were having a party during the end times, and there was holes being opened in the ground, and demons coming out, and they still wanted to party. You know what I'm saying? They still wanted to smoke weed, and then when the party was over, like these people got destroyed. They got eaten alive by demons and shit, because like a lot of them fell into the ground and shit because these people were just like fucking like insane. Like they just wanted to they were blinded, and ultimately they partied until they died. So even when the collapse of the societies happened, there's still going to be people trying to party and do all sorts of wicked things. Yeah. 'Cause- yep. Con. Yes, yes, sir. Call halal Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That and one more thing, man. We'll see. We'll see. It says, "I will rain upon him." So whether it's nukes, whether it's fireballs, whatever happens, we're gonna see it. And other nations are gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna be jealous, and they're gonna know, like, they're gonna know it's gonna really hit them. Like, there's really a higher power, and all these things that were said in this book, they were real. No, they're gonna happen. So Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Well, I'm not sure, man. Shalom.